tankers, I am wot Blitz, and welcome back to another one of my videos. This is going to be the first episode of user-submitted replays. For those of you that did submit replays, thank you very much. If you would like to be featured in this channel, please do send me replays. I will leave my email in the description down below. And stay tuned because you never know, you might see your replay in my games. Now, starting off, we have Cyrus in his FV4202, and he is pushing across the river in the map Port Bay. And this is always where you want to push in a medium tank, especially at high tiers, because you're able to contest the enemy tanks. Now, I have no clue how that shell bounced because it did hit that E4 right in the cupola, but you know how wargaming is. However, the most impossible shot that shouldn't have hit him does hit, so I really don't understand how logic works in this game, to be honest. But ignoring that, you can see right away that he is running the Hesh gun, which is the preferred gun in my that I like to run. It is a much better gun in my opinion, just because you do get that 440 alpha. However, I would say he should be shooting Hesh at that cupola because it can penetrate, and it would do quite a bit more damage if it did. Now, ignoring that, I will say he is also running calibrated shells with a 6.9 second reload. I would definitely suggest to run calibrated if you do own this tank, just because it gives you so much more Hesh penetration. Now, he has started off by going over to the side there, but it turns out that the enemy team really hasn't pushed much on this side of the map, which is unfortunate for him because it really can't help him contest the enemy tanks. And because of that, it's not going to go great for his team over there trying to hold off that mouse and the IS-4 skilled. Now, he has already cleared the WT with that amazing Hesh damage of 440. And I don't know why he's exactly running normal HE. I would have just ran 30 Hesh if I were him, and even though it costs more credits, I always just feel it's much better running the high penetration over the non. But I guess it worked for that WT because it's still 120 millimeters of pen and it's not super expensive. Now you can see when running this gun without that heat, it can be pretty tough to penetrate your targets as he's snapping that shell into the E4. And he's going to keep snapping that E4. One more shell, come on, yes, right through that front track wheel, not only tracking him but damaging him. That is one of the big weaknesses with the American tanks, straight through the lower plate. The accuracy on this tank is one of the downfalls, however. It is a great gun, but it is not the most accurate. Now, one of the problems with this tank, as you can see, is trying to penetrate a mouse is nearly impossible from the front, even when running calibrated. So, Cyrus here is going to come in and try and contest this mouse with his teammate in the ST1. Now, this is a very good and important play for the team because this mouse is singled out, and he really won't know who to focus here because if he focuses the FV4202, the ST1 will shoot him. However, focusing that ST1 was really the wrong idea for that mouse because you can see that that ST1 is stock, which means he will have a very, very hard time penetrating with the IS-3 gun. And actually, to be honest, that looks like the only 175 penetration gun, as you can see. Yes, that is. Which means that ST1 has really zero chance of penetrating that mouse, even on the sides almost. So that mouse really messed that up and was not the best player in that part. Now it is a 2v2, and we have Cyrus. He's at 1200 health, so it is possible to pull this match off. He's against a full health IS-7 and a pretty good health IS-4. Now the issue here is that his ST1 is pretty much useless hit points. Now I will say he should have shot a Hesh into the top of that tank, but unfortunately it did not work. But he will get the second Hesh in, 423, an okay roll, not the best. Now one of the issues with this tank, as you can see, is the turn armor is super weak. It is only about, I'd say, 200 thick at the most, but it is at least some bit armored. Now he cleared that IS-7 with a lucky fire. He is at 7,096 damage, which is insane. The only issue is he is pretty much up against a full health IS-4, which really sucks. Now him pushing up here I think was a big mistake. I don't know why he did that. But that is going to be really tough to fight that IS-4. And I think he just misjudges how quick this IS-4 reload is. Will he be able to get away from that IS-4? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, you can get away. And the IS-4 bounces him. Oh, come on. You can do it, FV. The issue is also supremacy points are going up and up every second. This FV got really lucky. I don't think he should have survived. Come on, you should shoot a rate in his track wheel and track him. This IS-4 has every advantage here to penetrate him. Come on, IS-4. Ah! The IS-4 slams a 224 shell rate into him. That sucks. This FV was at an 8,500 game, not to mention he lit that tank on fire. He managed to pull up a mastery. He pretty much got every award you would want to. Unfortunately, he did not get the victory, which really sucks. This was a major heartbreak. He did perform really well, though. I think he could have performed a bit better when he pushed up on the end there at that IS-4. Just a little helpful hint. Don't push on a tank that has more hit points than you. I think the best thing to do would have been to go run over and cap the base, and then run around and flank around the map, because you do have the mobility, so you have the ability to cap the bases, and you could win that way. But let's get stuck into the second replay. The second and final replay we have for you today is on Canal, and we have Winters in his Charioteer. Now, Winters is going to tell his team straight away in the chat that he wants to push into A. So that is a good thing. He wants his teammates to push A so that he can shoot across them and really help them. However, his T95E2 does not agree with him for some reason. However, he will wish he had agreed with him, because he will pull off an amazing game. Now, this is the Charioteer, which I have stated in my previous video on it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But if you haven't, I pretty much said that it is the most overpowered tank in the game, and you can see he's already picked up 1,012 damage within the first 40 seconds of this game. Oh wait, I take it back. Within the first 40 seconds, he managed to pick up almost 1,500 damage. And look how accurate this gun is. Pretty much this gun is, you get an FV4202, and you drop it down 2 tiers, and you put it on an equally as fast chassis with more accuracy and pretty much the same HESH, actually almost better HESH penetration as well, and AP penetration. So pretty much this tank is an FV4202 brought down 2 tiers with worse armor. It's really kind of ridiculous. It is so broken. And you can see that accuracy. This tank actually has better accuracy than the FV4202, which is crazy. Look at this shot here. Bam. 429. It is insane. And he's already at 1,800 damage. The side of the Liberté, another 470 damage. And he's still not looking at him, because he doesn't expect that reload to be so quick. Flies right into that lower plate again. Another shell. And he's already at 2,800 damage. Fortunately, that one shell does hit the dirt there. Now, I'm not sure if he's running calibrated shells, but I don't think he is, because my reload was about 7.2 seconds. I would highly suggest that he does, just because it gives you an extra 20 millimeters of penetration on your high explosive, so it really does help out. But as you can see, he's already managed to pick up 3,000 damage, which is insane. And he can shoot a HESH right into the lower plate at Jagdtiger. And he's playing this tank just like you want to play it. He's staying back, he's not pushing super aggressive. He knows that the medium tanks are coming around D, and they are flanking into his spawn right now, probably coming up over towards base A. This Jagdtiger, this tank has such good camo rating that the Jagdtiger actually couldn't spot him. And as E50M is foolishly showing him his lower plate, getting another shell and lighting him on fire right in the lower plate, 4,595 damage. Now already this would be an amazing game in the Charioteer. But again, this Jagdtiger pulls out for no reason, dies, 4,976 damage. He has hit 5,000 damage within the first 2 minutes of this game. That is ridiculous. Like, you could not do this in any other tank, probably even if you kept non-stop shooting. That's how good the damage limit on this vehicle is. Now, you want to play this cautiously here, because he knows there's an ISU on the enemy team, and he knows that it hasn't been spotted. And my most probable guess would it be sitting up on around the spawn area of their side, up on that hill, if you know what I'm talking about. There's a giant mountain that you can camp at. That is my best guess on where he would be sitting. This Centurion doesn't realize that this tank can do 400 damage for every time that Centurion does 200 damage. And again, he tries pulling out. I don't know why you would do that. Unfortunately, the shell just flies a little bit high. But Winters is already at 5,855 damage, and now the Liberté wants to get in some action, but no, slammed right into the side of the tank, and dead he is. Now the Centurion is probably thinking about what he is doing. He did actually get a pretty nice shell in there that managed to back up. However, you can see that Centurion has a damaged driver. Now the biggest threat for our challenger right now is that he can get one-shotted by that ISU, and we don't know where the ISU is, so that is one of the problems. However, my guess is that if the ISU is not AFK, he is up on that hill right there in front of you, and you can see he's being very careful, making sure not to get spotted there, because if he did, he would have been dead. And the ISU was indeed, as I thought, on that hill. So that really does suck. It's really a good spot. However, Winters got very lucky, as you can see, and he can tap 2 shells in this ISU with being fine, and that ISU just misses that shell barely on the dirt with that HE. Boom, there he goes. 7,409 damage. Now, this is just an insane amount. This is almost beating every other tank in the game in Tier 8. And not to mention on Blitz Stars, there is a post of 8,400 damage, or I think 8,600 Meadsy showed in his video, which is just ridiculous. And the fact that somebody just managed to send me this replay, that just makes this tank so much better. And I've gotten replays of the Conway doing 7,000. I might feature that in one of my other videos. There are so many ridiculous numbers coming out. Wargaming will definitely nerf this tank, that's what I will say. But looking at the post-game stats, he managed to pick up a mastery. He did survive this game, unfortunately not like Defy in the last game. He also got 7,409 damage, positive credits, which is pretty rare for this tank shooting that much Hesh. However, he really only missed about 2 Hesh, 3 Hesh shells the entire game. We can take a look. He fired 23 shells, and other than the ones that missed, every single one that hit penetrated. So that is very nice accuracy, and you can also tell that that penetration is ridiculous. 7,409 damage. That is literally 7/10 of the entire team's damage. 70% of the entire team's damage. The enemy team's entire damage he did 90% of. That is just insane. This Winters did a great job. I give you kudos, and you did a great job at this tank. Congratulations on getting in the video. Thank you, though. I will be making another one probably in a couple days. Just make sure you send me over the replays. Again, it will be in the bottom of the video in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.